So,
Anyway,
so Dave, yeah, it's great to reconnect. It's a yearly tradition before
yeah,
you come to Kansas City. So it's great to see you. Thank you so much for reaching out and taking a minute. I love doing these interviews. It's wonderful.
of course, yeah.
So you're coming back to Kansas City, and before we got on officially, we were just talking about just kind of the just how New York rolls. It's obviously drastically different from Kansas City. So my first question before we get into your itinerary, is it comforting to come back to kind of less noise, less congestion, so to speak, or does it matter?
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm so used to this New York. It is nice to be able to, uh, get on I-70 or whatever and be able to not sit.
Yeah, right.
I mean, where I live, it's funny because there's a school across the street, and then the two avenues that I'm between are very busy,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of truck traffic, and because I'm on the south end of the park, and
Yeah.
so Prospect Park, which is, I don't know if you don't know Brooklyn, it's a huge park. It's
Yeah.
almost the Central Park. Anyway, so, but those two avenues are they're like arteries or something, and if I try to, even just for me to get around the block to move my car or get down the street during rush hour, it's really difficult.
Wow.
So it's easier to walk. I mean, and then whenever I go to Manhattan, I always usually take the subway,
Yeah.
and now they have the congestion pricing. Uh, so it's not that big a deal. It's $9, but sometimes I'll drive if I have a gig because it just takes forever getting home on the subway late.
Yeah.
But uh, but for the most part, I mean, I teach in Manhattan 2 days a week, and I just take the subway. It's much easier,
Yeah.
right?
Well, all of us podcasters can thank New York and LA congested cities because that's probably the reason why all of the podcasting, audio podcasts have spiked because you got to do something when you're waiting around.
Right, right.
Definitely.
That's good. No, yeah, yeah.
So you're coming to Kansas City. Let's talk about it. Who are you playing with? Where are you playing? Let's dig into it.
Okay, on the 26th, that's a Friday, right?
Yes.
I'm playing with Michael Eaton, and
Okay.
you've had Michael on the show,
Oh
right?
yeah, he's great.
So Michael lives here in Brooklyn. He lives in a different part of Brooklyn than I do. So, but very great saxophonist, composer who's from Kansas. I think he grew up in Liberty.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
parents still live in Liberty, and he goes to Kansas City a couple of times a year. And last time I was out, he did a project with a bunch of great Kansas City musicians, and he recreated some of the Coltrane Ascension.
Yeah.
Coltrane's late recordings with a lot of free playing, and it was very cool. We did it at the Westport Coffee House
Yeah.
Theater.
Yeah.
So I'm playing with him at the Westport Coffee House Theater on the 26th.
Okay.
That's Friday night. I think
Yeah.
we start at 6,
Okay.
and then most of the gigs there start at 6.
Yeah.
So they're early, like 6 to 8.
Yeah.
And so we're going to do some of his original music, which it's good. It's challenging music, and he usually sends it to us ahead of time so we can look at it. And then we might have a brief rehearsal before the gig.
Yeah.
And I know Marty Morrison's doing it. Brad Jester's doing it. Uh, Brent Jester,
Yeah. Yeah. Brant's really risen in the ranks here in Kansas City. I see him everywhere, and his chops are solid.
he plays good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
usually do something with him when I'm out there. And then he used to have me, he does that gig at every Saturday at
Majestic.
the Majestic. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I'm in town, he usually would ask me to do it, but I think they have a no horn policy there now.
Oh, okay.
But
Wow. Yeah.
anyway, so, but anyway, yeah, that was fun. But anyway, so he's doing that.
Okay.
And then Marty, I'm not sure who's playing bass. I don't want to say because I'm not sure
Sure.
yet.
Yeah.
He may not have that lined up yet. And then, okay, so then on the 29th, I'm playing with, we're doing the big band thing that I've done with Tim Brewer
Uh-huh. Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
So we're doing that again. Matter of fact, I'm working on some new stuff, madly trying to get it written.
Yeah.
Big band's the whole thing because you
Oh
got to
yeah.
write the scores and I don't do it that much, so people who do it a lot are much quicker.
Yeah.
And so we're doing that on the 29th at the Blue Room.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
And one more thing, let's see. I'm playing with Brad Gregory. We're collaborating on a sextet
Cool.
on the Sunday before on the 28th
Okay. Okay.
at the coffee house at
So
the Westport Coffee. And that's an early one. That starts at 3.
okay, so 26, 28, 29. I'll put all of those details. I got to tell you, the Westport Coffee House or theater they're calling it now because it's under new management. It kind of changed.
Yeah, the
I've
coffee house is yeah, yeah.
yeah, I've had such I've seen some of the best shows I've ever witnessed in Kansas City at that theater this year. Stan Kessler had a group that he was doing with Doug Talley this summer, and they even acknowledged it from the stage. They were like, my God, I mean, the crowd was into it. And then Corey Weeds came into town and played with Chris Hazelton, and they did covers of Huey Lewis and the News's album Sports. And it was just an unbelievable, and it was an early Sunday show. The Chiefs happened to be off that day, so it was perfect. So no one, it didn't get in the way. But it's like there's just this level of I don't know if there's everybody's just getting into a different rhythm. There just seems to be a vibrancy that's going into these live gigs.
I usually play there once or twice every time I come out.
Yeah,
And Tom's great. He's
yeah,
really open about the music. I mean, we did the big band thing there last time I was out, or last year. And then, like I said, this summer we did Michael Eaton's thing. And usually I'll do something with Arnie Young. He has a
yeah,
band, and he'll usually like invite me to play with his band, and we always do it there.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a great place, and Tom's really always open to doing things.
yeah.
So, but Brad, we've talked about doing a sextet because I have some sextet music, not like him. He sent me a list the other day, his email of his charts. I mean, he's got, man, very prolific,
Yeah, yeah,
prolific writer arranger. And I maybe have 9 or 10 that my tune. What it is, I've done a lot of compositions for my quintet and my violin band, and so I've arranged a few of them for sextet, which would be either trumpet, alto sax, and trombone, or trumpet, tenor, and trombone, or sometimes trumpet, alto, and tenor.
yeah.
So for this gig, it'll be good. It'll be nice. Matt Otto, my good friend Matt Otto, who I've known
Wonderful.
forever,
Yeah,
is going to play tenor. So Brad will play alto and on mostly, I believe, and and then Brent's doing that gig as well,
okay.
and Sebastian Arias is doing it.
Yeah, I just did a profile on him and Jam this month. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he's a really good young bass player. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and, uh, and then Marty
yeah,
Morrison, my good friend Marty Morrison. So I've known Marty forever too.
yeah. You know, there's a couple things I want to ask. And the first thing I want to ask is, coming to Kansas City every year, then going back to New York, we clearly know that New York is the cauldron, it's the epicenter of jazz. When you come back to Kansas City, are you always what's your beat on the talent level here? Because it doesn't get the exposure of other cities.
Good man, it's good. It's very good.
Yeah,
Not as deep as New York, of course. You know what I
right,
mean? Everybody. I mean, uh, but but there aren't as many musicians.
right.
So no, there. I always enjoy, and I bring my own music, which is challenging, and the guys can hang.
Yeah.
You know. So whenever I played the Blue Room last year. Was this summer? I played the Blue Room, and we played it with original music, and yeah, great. Ben Leifer played, and Marty
Yeah.
and Matt,
Yeah.
and the Young Vibes player. Oh, he's doing the gig with I believe Isaiah.
Isaiah Petrie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe he's doing the gig with
He's
Michael.
man, he's great. He was at the
Oh, yeah.
He was at the Prairie Village Jazz Fest this summer, and man, he was lighting it up. I mean, those mallets were like blindingly moving, and it was
Yeah.
wonderful. Um, so the one thing at one point this year, the headhunters came to town, and I moderated a panel, and at one point, Donald Harrison so eloquently talked about when you're on stage and you're performing and you do it in a way where you grab people into your world, it's like a nirvana. Music is this oasis
Oh,
now,
yeah.
and especially with the world being the way it is, there's a lot of creepy, weird things going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there more of an attention for you on stage that you're giving people this kind of escape?
More tension?
Yeah, a little bit more in your mind, like I'm giving them an oasis away from all this stuff
Uh,
happening.
I don't know. I don't really feel that. I mean, I feel I played at Smalls last month or in October, and well, it's always a great place to play there because it's always packed.
Yeah,
And there are a lot of like European tourists that come through that want to hear, that's kind of uh the those a lot of you know tr tourists, not just European, but from everywhere,
sure.
right? That come, and because Smalls now is kind of like the place, and then Mesro, which is another club where it's a smaller space and it's more subdued, where they have like piano trios and smaller groups, and it's more standards, that kind of thing. But Smalls can be, you can be a little more experimental.
Yeah.
And Smalls isn't that big either, but it's always, yeah, it's just, there's usually a line waiting to get in for
Wow.
each set.
Yeah.
And, but anyway, get back to your point. I really wasn't sensing that, but maybe so. I mean, the crowds they could be very enthusiastic there,
Yeah.
and maybe that's part of the reason. But for my experience has been, they've always been pretty enthusiastic there. So,
Yeah.
but I know there's a lot of, yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going
There
on,
is
man.
a lot of crazy stuff. So I'm curious, you come to Kansas City on a regular basis. Is there anything that you make sure that you do when you're here? Is there anything you have to do before you leave?
Well, I'll get some barbecue.
That's right. That's what I was going for.
Get some barbecue, and then let's see what else. Yeah. Well, I mean, with Janie, my partner, she's from Kansas City, so we stay with her family,
Yeah.
and they live out like Blue Springs area.
Okay. Yep.
But it's it's not that big. It's like it's still, you can be in town in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
What I mean? So, uh,
Without traffic.
but yeah, get some barbecue.
Yeah, that's
Now,
it.
I mean, I have my favorite. I try to usually more than once. Got to do Gates and Arthur Bryant's. I try to hit
Yeah.
Jack Stack. Those three.
The big three. I
Yeah,
I got to throw something out at you. Gerald Dunn has a new barbecue place in Grandview.
yeah.
It's right by the. Have you been there?
I haven't, but I told Gerald I was going to make it this time. I've heard it's really good.
It's really good. Like his beans are a very special blend. And just having that Texas Kansas City mix, the way that he's brought those two worlds together. Yeah. I mean, it's part I love Gerald and what he does, but he's really created a place and it's full all the time because I work right down the street. So I'm
Oh,
going
okay.
by and it's humming and thrumming and it's good. So yeah, that should
Well,
be
it's in Grandview, right?
yeah, it's right down from Main Street before the railroad tracks. It almost sounds like a song?
Because I
So
grew up in South Kansas City.
yeah,
I went to Ruskin High School, and Grandview's the next thing over.
yeah, yeah. So it's right there off Main Street. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, Gerald's great, man. Great, great. And what he's doing there at the Blue Room, and it's
yeah,
really a cool thing. And
absolutely.
I don't know if I've been out there with my quintet. When we did a little tour in the area, and it's been a while since we did that, but it's great.
Yeah, it is.
The place would be jumping. It's nice. It's
Uh,
really cool. Yeah.
yeah. So, so I will put those three dates up in the itinerary, make sure that I get all the details down, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm curious, what are you doing anything with recordings, projects? What's going on, not only for the end of the year, but for next year?
Well, right now, after I do this big band project that I'm writing for, and I just did. I usually too, when I do a gig, like for instance, I've got a gig coming at Smalls. I usually try to write two or three new tunes so that we're not playing the same Although there's nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. So I did that before this last gig and get together with the guys and rehearse. It's hard to get the guys together because everybody's busy,
Yeah, for sure.
changing, playing or touring or whatever. And so anyway, but I have basically two bands, my quintet, and then I have my violin band. We've recorded one time a few years ago. So what I'm hoping to take the violin band. I want to write some new music for the violin band
Yeah.
and hopefully go into the studio sometime in the spring.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, and when you have, I try to be prolific writing anyway, and just write for the sake of writing. Sometimes it's not always easy. If I'm motivated with a deadline, that helps,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. So, uh, but yeah, I kind of keep trying to look ahead to projects and so forth, so I can performances and projects, so that I can keep writing.
Yeah. Right on.
And
Well, I
that gives me a reason to write. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Yeah,
totally.
yeah,
Yeah. I totally get it. Cool.
yeah.
Well, I will get all of this in the show notes, Dave. Again, it's always great. This seems like this is our third or fourth year of having this consecutive meeting up before you come to town. So have a great trip. I will see you at the gigs. I can't wait.
Joe, thanks a lot, and thanks for your support, man. Real with music and everything. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, love you guys. Thank you, man.